They thought they won when they snipped that wire. There, now let's see how she bosses everyone around without her little gadgets. But 2 minutes later, I rerouted the system to the national satellite grid and everything came flooding back. Only this time, with receipts. It started with a storm warning. Not your usual drizzle, I'm talking gale force winds, flooding alerts, lightning strikes that made your bones rattle. I run a certified community weather station in our neighborhood, synced to NOAA and used by local farms and even the city's emergency services. It's not just a hobby, it's a public service. Or at least, it was. Until the HOA's two self-appointed queens, the Karen sisters, decided they'd had enough of being outshined. "You're not a real meteorologist," hissed the older one, Linda, right after I gave a talk at the town hall on climate resilience. "You just pretend to be smart." "Oh, and you probably faked those certifications too," added Brenda, her younger carbon copy, smirking like she'd caught me in some huge scam. I shrugged it off. At first. Let them gossip, right? But the next morning, I walked out and found my sensor cables sliced clean through. Not chewed. Not frayed. Cut. Razor sharp and deliberate. My stomach dropped. What the? Then I heard giggling and saw them across the street on their porch, sipping iced tea like this was just another episode of their petty sitcom. "You should really lock up your stuff better," Linda called out, fake concern dripping off every word. I clenched my jaw. These two had no idea what they'd just done. Not only did they vandalize private property, they interfered with a federally registered weather relay. That's a crime. But I didn't shout. I didn't threaten. I just walked back in. And flipped the switch on my emergency backup, full access to NOAA's encrypted national satellite grid. Within seconds, every sensor, every radar stream, every cloud pattern was back online. The wind data. Streaming. Pressure patterns. Crystal clear. It was like watching a hacked video game go back to HD. But here's the kicker: because I'd rerouted everything through federal servers, they just committed wire fraud. Oh yeah. I reported the cable tampering through NOAA's incident portal, uploaded footage from my outdoor cameras, and flagged the cut as deliberate sabotage. Took me maybe 10 minutes. Their laughter faded real quick when I printed the incident confirmation and walked it across the street. "Y'all like paperwork, right?" I said, handing it to them with a smile as fake as theirs. "You'll be hearing from NOAA's legal division. Interfering with certified equipment. That's a felony." The color drained from their faces. But that was just the beginning. The HOA, which had long turned a blind eye to the sisters' behavior, now had no choice but to respond. A storm hit that very night. Roads flooded, power flickered, and guess whose weather alerts were the only ones available for our zone? Mine. Farmers called to thank me. The city emailed a commendation. The local news did a segment called Storm Watch Hero, and ran my name under the banner. And the Karen sisters? Oh, they tried to spin it. They claimed they tripped over the cables accidentally. They said the footage was forged, that I was running a fake station for personal gain. But guess what? When their lawyer filed a counter-complaint trying to sue me for defamation, NOAA's legal team came down like a thunderclap. Every sensor I used, every broadcast, every reading, was backed by federal registration. Their lawsuit? Tossed with prejudice. Turns out falsely accusing a certified system of fraud while tampering with it. That's just digging your own grave in court. And karma? Karma showed up in a power suit with a subpoena. The final blow? When NOAA issued a public statement confirming the tampering and recommended criminal charges. The sisters were fined, publicly reprimanded by the HOA board, and stripped of any community privileges. No events. No HOA votes. Not even newsletter access. Ouch. As for me, I got a federal commendation and a private thank you from the Regional Emergency Response Director. All for doing what I've always done, watching the skies. And keeping my wires well backed up. So the next time someone tries to cut you down, smile and switch to satellite. You're not broken. You're just upgraded. Sigh. Honestly, though, how do people like that still think they can get away with this stuff? Subscribe to my channel for more real-life revenge stories that hit harder than a summer hailstorm.